Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the How to Build series where we're going through every single champion in the game, and I'm putting together a quick reference guide for newer players who need a little guidance with a particular champ, want to know how to gear them, how to use them, where you can use them, things of that nature. So I won't be going into masteries and later game builds because that gets a little convoluted and specific based on how you want to use somebody. So let's go ahead and jump into it with Interceptor. She is one of the new champs, at least as of recording this video, she's a new champ that was added with the update. She is a High Elf Void Rare. I believe she is now the only Void Rare in the High Elf faction, yeah. So we have a Void Rare in the High Elf faction now. That's pretty cool. She is a defense champ, and again, straight off the bat, she's a Void, so you can use her against any affinity. She'll never be at a disadvantage, so that automatically gives her a little bit of a bump in her usefulness. Her base HP is nice. Her base defense is also pretty nice, but they really did her dirty on the base speed. That base speed is maybe the worst I've seen. It's low. That's really bad. But she has 10 accuracy built into her kit. So let's take a look at her skills and see why her base speed is so low. First skill, attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Okay, so this is nice. Damage is based on defense. It's nice that she's a defense champ that scales off defense. That's helpful. 15%. I mean, the debuff on the first skill is nice. I don't know that it would have been terrible to give her the 30% decreased speed, but either way, it's there. Second skill, attacks one enemy, has a 45% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn. Places a 15% weaken debuff for 2 turns if this skill does not place a sleep buff. Okay, that's nice. That means that this skill can also have some utility against bosses, because you can't sleep any of the bosses, but you can put a weaken on them, which will help the rest of your team do more damage. So that could be nice if it works that way on bosses. That could be really nice for dungeons. And again, so could this. So now we've got decreased speed and weaken that she can bring to a boss fight, and it's also another skill that scales off defense, which is helpful. That means she's also going to be able to do pretty decent damage in the same motion as you making her capable of surviving for longer. She's also going to do more damage, so that's always nice. Third skill, decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 15%. Okay, so this is nice. We've got some turn meter reduction. We've got a slow. We've got a weaken. So I'm thinking dungeons. Pretty much any dungeon you want to take her to. Honestly, I think she's going to be useful. Putting a slow and a weaken on any dungeon boss is going to be helpful, and maybe not Fire Knight because she doesn't multi-hit, but beyond. Okay, I guess I should rephrase. Probably not Spider. Probably not Fire Knight. Beyond that, the Ice Golem, Dragon, Potion dungeons, I think she's going to be good. And then I also think she could be pretty useful in campaign. She can help you with the campaign bosses if you're trying to push through, as well as this AoE turn meter reduction. It's 15%, so it's not crazy substantial, but it could give you the edge that you need in a certain wave if you're struggling to get through the campaign. So she's not a bad champ. She's also not an amazing champ. You know what I mean? She's Void, so again, you can take her anywhere and she'll never be at a disadvantage. She's got some nice stuff going on in her kit. A little bit of turn meter reduction. Decreased speed on the first skill is nice. Sleep/weaken on this skill is also really nice. And she scales off defense. So again, she's not like mind-blowing, but she's definitely not bad either. She has a utility, so if you got her and you like her and you wanted to build her, I certainly don't think it would be a waste of time to play around with her. As far as building her, you're really going to have to hit this speed. So you're going to want at least 1 speed set on her, because you really need to hit that speed. So that means speed has to be the main stat on the boots. You're going to have to work a little bit harder to overcome this lower base speed. So speed on the boots for sure, and at least 1 speed set. Beyond that, she's going to need some accuracy, because everything she does involves landing a debuff or some sort of effect. Here you need accuracy for that, you need accuracy for that, and you need accuracy to knock back turn meter. So every time she gets a turn, she's going to be rolling her accuracy. So or she's going to be proccing to then roll her accuracy, I guess I should say. But accuracy is going to be important for her, and then of course defense is going to be important for her. So generally 2 on defense champs. HP is kind of important, because if she gets hit with a defense break and all you've put on her is defense, she's going to be in trouble. So focus the defense hard, but if you can find some HP in your substats, that's going to be good. So speed sets, accuracy set, defense sets, I think, are going to be what we're going to look for on her earlier on. And those are really going to be the stats you want to focus in the subs: defense, speed, and accuracy, along with HP percentage, if you could find that in your sub stats as well. So in the gloves and armor, I'd go defense percentage as a main stat. I'd go speed on the boots. A little later, if you wanted to see if you couldn't ramp her damage up, I would swap in crit rate on the gloves, leave defense percentage on the armor, leave speed on the boots, and then start looking for crit rate and crit damage in your subs as well. So you can see she starts to get a little stat hungry. Defense, speed, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, and then HP if you can find it somewhere. So that's a lot of stats that she needs to truly do everything you might want her to do. But again, she would be fine contributing just the debuffs with defense, speed, and accuracy, with a little bit of HP in the substats if you can find them. So those are my thoughts on Interceptor. Again, campaign pushing, potion dungeons, ice golem, and dragons if you wanted to try her in there. I think she has utility in those places. Even with the debuffs, even though she's not AoE, if you don't have all AoE champs for spiders yet, and you needed someone to come in and fill a role for some more debuffs, her debuffs are nice for spider. Speed break, weaken, and turn meter knockback. Those are all very nice for spiders. If you don't have a full AoE team ready to roll in spider, she could be a good stand-in until you get somebody that can offer a little bit more, maybe like a bellow or something like that. So yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for Interceptor. Hope it was helpful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them below. If you have any comments on Interceptor, feel free to drop those below as well. Other than that, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.